now you can print parts anywhere as you need them to produce a product.
So we're right at the beginning
of a revolution. Yeah, this is a fourth industrial revolution in the making.
What's up, guys? So in today's video, I'm going to be going over a brand new SPAC that hasn't really gained traction yet. And since we're approaching a lot of upcoming mergers, as you saw in my previous video on the SPAC calendar, I figure it's time to look more into the future for what's coming next so we can potentially get ahead of the game, like we had previously done for BurgerFi, Tattooed Chef, and Hyliion months ago. We were able to get in at really good prices, so it's time to start looking on what's on the horizon. Now, a bit about this strategy is it does take a lot of patience, so keep that in mind. But if you did want to get in at a very low average cost and pick up even some warrants at very, very cheap prices, this is what it takes. You know, you got to buy in and kind of wait for it. I'm thinking of making this a new series because I think it would just be cool to have a series, and it would be awesome to get you guys involved, and you can comment below on like new SPACs you would want me to make a video on. And I think it'd just be a great way to keep pumping out content. So the SPAC we're talking about today is ticker symbol TRNE, and that is TRNE Acquisition, and they're going to be merging with Desktopmetal, closing in Q4 of 2020, and they will be listed on the New York Stock Exchange under DM. So Desktopmetal is based in Burlington, Massachusetts. They're accelerating the transformation of manufacturing with an expansion portfolio of 3D printing solutions. So from rapid prototyping to mass production, they were founded in 2015 by leaders in advanced manufacturing and robotics. The company is addressing the unmet challenges of speed, cost, and quality to make additive manufacturing an essential tool for engineers and manufacturers around the world. Desktopmetal was selected as one of the world's 30 most promising technology pioneers by the World Economic Forum and named to MIT Technology's review list of 50 smartest companies. So looking through the investor presentation, and this will be linked below so you guys can check it out yourselves, the most notable thing that I saw about their team was actually Leo Hendry Jr., and he was president and CEO of TCI, which was the world's largest cable television system, and they merged with AT&T. Hendry actually became the CEO of AT&T, and he's a very successful businessman, and I don't think that he would get with a company that he didn't truly believe in. They really took a long time on this, and looking who's invested in it, you know, in the pipe, really gives me confidence in this, and I will dive deeper into the other people invested into this company. So a bit more on who was in the pipe. We have Bill Miller from Miller Value. He actually co-funded Legg Mason, and he has spectacular returns over his career. He's a great businessman. We also have JB Straubel. He joined Tesla as the 5th employee, eventually became their chief technology officer. He recently left the company though. Then we have Chamath Palihapitiya, and he is a well-known investor. He sponsored Virgin Galactic and recently FVAC. We do have a direct filing from the SEC saying that beyond their own validation, they're extremely pleased to announce that we have successfully raised $275 million in the pipe, which is anchored by these world-class investors and operators. So we have Miller Value Partners, Barong Capital, Chamath Palihapitiya, JB Straubel, XN Capital, and TRNE's partner HPS. So it says Desktopmetal is the only pure-play additive 2.0 public opportunity, and that is true right now. A couple of their reasons to invest in this company would be their large and expanding addressable market, so potential to grow 11 times to $146 billion this decade. They have a world-class management team, which I already went over. Tons of experience within that team, and they do have includes 4 MIT professors, so that's positive as well. Industry-leading, defensible technology platform, so up to 100 times the speed of legacy technology. Over 120 patents issued or pending. Number 4 would be global distribution and broad customer adoption. So they distribute in 60 plus countries around the world, and revenue visibility through early 2024. So that is another very positive thing. Number 5 would be compelling unit economics and attractive financial profile. So high margin, recurring revenue streams, and organic growth funded. Number 6 is inorganic upside potential through consolidation. So $2 billion of estimated inorganic revenue identified, and enables optionality to enhance growth, profitability, and diversification. So additive manufacturing enables the future, and I totally agree with this. If you have a 5 to 10 year outlook on this and where we could potentially be in the future, I do think 3D printing is going to be a big part of that. So right here it says it facilitates more than a new approach to industrial production. It is a key enabler of the fourth industrial revolution that underpins revolutionary technologies driving global economic growth. So for things such as electric and autonomous vehicles, space exploration, robotics, and industrial automation, you have green energy and utilities, personal and commercial aviation, and next generation defense capabilities.
Desktop Metal is making 3D metal printers in 2 sizes.
This is the DM Studio system. It's the first machine that lets you print metal parts in an office. Literally, you roll this in, fits through any door, plug it in.
So you can see their portfolio here. They have a production system, which is coming out in 2021. They have the shop system in Q4 of 2020. The studio system has been out since Q4 of 2018, and then they have fiber, which is coming out in Q4 of 2020. So basically, they can meet whatever needs you have, whether you need it for the factory floor or just, in the office, they can meet that need and get that done for you.
3D printers use a powder bed fusion technique. Problem with powder bed is that it's messy, it's unsafe, and sometimes you have to suit up completely to operate with the machine and with the powder. We wanted to get away from that. It's expensive, it's dangerous, it's not as accessible to everyone as say FDM printing. So we took a very similar approach to an extrusion technique to bind the powder into a polymer matrix, extrude it, and then consolidate it in a furnace. Everybody knows FDM printing, understands the techniques and limitations that that process has, and it's very easy to operate.
I thought this was pretty cool that you can enable additive manufacturing from your computer or your phone. So basically, this is meant to help the user with consistent user experience. This technology is designed to improve accuracy, reduce costs, and eliminate trial and error. So they are distribution partners with years of experience in digital modeling, additive manufacturing, and metal manufacturing. They cover across 60 plus countries around the world. And this is basically to provide marketing, sales, and support services to Desktop Metal users around the world.
In addition to fundamentally altering worldwide economic supply chains, now mass-produced 3D printed metal might also upend the way parts are designed from the ground up.
Tools are fairly difficult to use to create very, very complex shapes. But with additive manufacturing of metal, we can create crazy shapes.
So they do have a broad horizontal adoption across industries. As you can see, the industries listed below, you have transportation, consumer goods and healthcare, energy mining and heavy industries, manufacturing and tooling, machinery and machine design, and advanced research. So I think it's safe to say that they're not going to be worried about who they can assist in the years to come.
System is 100 times faster, and it's designed to compete with the high volume manufacturing processes that are commonly used in consumer electronics or in the automotive industry.
So after watching that clip, you can see why Desktop Metal has received strategic investments from Ford and BMW with the goal of accelerating the penetration of additive manufacturing in automotive. So here's a summary of their financials, some good and some bad. As you can see, they're estimated to just keep growing their revenue year over year. Some concerns would be that they're negative in 2019 and would be negative in 2020. Operating income loss would actually get less and less as the years go on. They are trying to grow. Their cash flow from operations would be negative until 2023. And then their free cash flow wouldn't be positive until 2023. So it would be a couple of years before we really saw, some good financials from this company. But that's usually how, most companies are. They have to really focus on growth and putting money into their company. So that's pretty much it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. This video did take quite a while to research, record, and edit. So if you don't mind just dropping me a like and maybe subscribing, I'd really appreciate it. It took a while just to understand exactly what this company was doing, and that's why I threw in so many clips. So hopefully it's easier for all of us to just grasp exactly what they're about. And I think this could be a great company in the coming years. I'm definitely going to be watching them very closely. I think they have an awesome team behind them and even better investors. So there's obviously something to this company if those guys are invested in it. Let me know what you think about them. Drop a comment below and get your free stocks in the description and have a good one.
Stacking vertical, ooh, counting sideways, ooh, ain't by my cake, ooh, get out my face.